I shit 6 times today. Like straight up.
I had to get off the treadmill because I almost shit myself.
We're rolling, boys.
Welcome to the third edition of the Bros in the Berg podcast. I'm your exclusively handsome host, Ryan Doyle. This is the executive producer, Connor Doyle, and the NHL and betting extravaganzist, Robbie Bergstone.
So, boys, I feel like we got to start off with your trip this weekend to Nash Vegas, as you guys call it.
Nash Vegas.
Yeah, if you hear a voice crack, other than the one that you heard last week on Instagram, you'll know why. Because Ryan and I we're busy this weekend. Let's just put it that way.
We were quite busy. It was an extravaganza of large proportions. I think it was 11 or 12 of our closest friends all in a Airbnb up on the north side of Nashville. And
it's also the reason that the podcast was not able to be recorded last night, as Ryan and I
we were unwell.
Both recovering. Yeah.
Yes, unwell. We got in Thursday afternoon. Majority of us got in Thursday afternoon. Robbie actually got in Friday due to the hellacious winter storm sweeping the Midwest. But yeah,
we're going to touch on that here in a second. So,
an absolute banging time for all involved. But yes, we are still physically recovering. So my voice is on the fritz.
And the least surprising development of the weekend, I fell. I attempted. We were on stage at Jason Aldean's. If you're ever in Nashville, it's a good time. Honestly, our friends always make us go there, so I haven't been many other places, but we enjoy it.
Yep.
And we were on stage on the second level of the stage, and the first level was packed, so I couldn't get down that way. So I decided to jump, and like this second level is probably like 8 feet in the air.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I jumped right into a puddle, directly into a puddle. So I mean, my feet just gave out. I was done. But surprisingly, no bruise. Like, doesn't really hurt too bad, but I did fall, so that was not surprising at all. I don't think
your socks get soaked.
Why would I be in socks?
I thought you said you jumped. No, like I mean through your through your shoes. You said you jumped off the stage into a puddle.
It wasn't actually a puddle, Connor. Like, it wasn't a puddle that's like gonna flood my shoes.
Kiss me, bro.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Sorry about that.
My bad.
For a second there.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry, I need to get a grip.
Yeah, but audience goes crazy for sure.
Any other shenanigans you guys got up to, or none that would pass the mom test?
Yeah, I mean, as much as I love talking about debauchery, I'm gonna keep that a little closer to the vest and say I had a good time and I'm tired.
What happens in Nash Vegas stays in Nash Vegas.
That's very valid. Robbie, you and I both experienced a snowstorm this past weekend. I mean, you probably more so than me, but you said in your area, I mean, where you work, it was really bad. But you said in your area where you live in initially wasn't as bad.
We still got like 8 inches. So I mean,
that's way too much.
Bad,
that's
but like also up here, they're prepared for it. It's not like anywhere else I've lived in my life. 8 inches would shut us down for a week.
Yeah.
8 inches here. I mean, the roads were clear by Friday morning. That's how you get down to Nashville. But I did learn the Midwest has so many cameras on the highways that you can access online. So like whenever I was trying to decide when I could leave, I could get on there and see how their roads were on the interstate.
That's crazy.
So like I guess. And they have them on the snow plows too, so you can look at the snow plows and like where, like the exact road they're plowing on. So that's pretty cool. I learned that this weekend. But
that's a today I learned, or like a this weekend.
Yeah,
that's a great fact for our listeners.
Yeah. If you're ever stuck up here like me, you should know that.
But yeah, instead of I didn't necessarily have all the winter stuff that I was driving through, but me and my buddy David were coming up from Tuscaloosa, and we were following tornado warnings all the way up 65. Some rain so thick that I could hardly see, so I really don't know which was better. But yeah, it was tough sledding there for a little bit.
I saw that Austin broke their snowfall record, even though they didn't actually have any snowfall.
Just Texas things, by the way.
Yeah, honestly.
Wait, yeah, that doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah,
how is that possible?
Yes, Texas.
You both said yes.
They had 2 flakes come down, and that broke the record.
That's actually crazy. I didn't even know that Austin was that deprived of snow. I mean, today was really, really nice. It was like 55 all day, and it was just you were just chilling outside.
All right. Well, apparently I'm capping, and I just refreshed my little thing, and it says 40. So I'm lying on the podcast. And
what's new? You lied. You lied about the first fun fact we ever
I was
did.
about to say, Ryan just constantly lying.
I gotta go.
Yeah, please leave.
My first apology from last week. I'm sure there will be many as I remember them. We did not play in Honduras for our World Cup qualifier. We played in Minneapolis, where the wind chill was -20, I think. Like players like legit were getting frostbite. Yeah.
Jeez.
So that's on me. We were not in Honduras, but we did win. If you didn't see, so big dub. But
yeah, I feel like we should put a little bit more respect to the players out there getting frostbite for the for America.
Stars and Stripes.
What was the final score, Rob?
3-0.
That's big dubs. That is a huge.
I know what's going on. Ready to dive into the Super Bowl? Is it that time?
I think we can get into it. I think you got some prop bets you wanted us to look at, Rob.
Well, do you guys want to do our like legit game breakdown first, and then hop into the for fun prop bets?
We can do that. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on what's gonna occur this coming up Sunday?
You know who I think the most important player in this game is, and if I had told you this at the beginning of the season, like you would have said I was on drugs.
Yeah,
I think Joe Mixon is the most important player in this game.
I definitely see that.
And my reasoning is that there is just no way the Bengals block the Rams unless you keep them from pinning their ears back and coming. Mm-hmm. Joe Mixon has to run the ball. They have to be able to run draws. They have to be able to run screens. So I guess you get Samaje Perine in there probably on third down as well. But they have to do those things to have any chance in this game.
Yeah.
Absolutely necessity.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking along the same vein. I wasn't going to say necessarily a player, but just a unit. I was going to say the Bengals offensive line for a lot of reasons Robbie just mentioned, whether it be the run game or the passing game. We know Aaron Donald and Von Miller are going to get theirs just because they are just that much more talented. But it's how much that the Bengals can keep them at bay by being able to potentially mix up the play calling. But I mean, if Joe Burrow is getting pressured on 50 to 75% of his throws, it's going to be a really long game for the Bengals offense.
I would say the same thing, but they did win a game this postseason where he got sacked 7 times. How many times did he get sacked in that Titans game?
I thought it was 9. I thought it was something like 8 or 9.
That's ridiculous. I'd love to see a stat of how many times a team wins when their quarterback gets sacked 9 times. That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure it was the first time it had ever happened in the postseason for sure.
Yeah, that's not shocking at all.
But I think it's gonna be tough. Like I don't think the Bengals can block Von Miller and Aaron Donald. Like I think they have to get creative because if you just drop Joe Burrow back in 5-yard drops, he's gonna get sacked every time.
Yep.
I agree with that. I would also argue, but like the Bengals are probably one of the best in. I mean, they're in the Super Bowl for a reason, and I would argue that they're one of the best in the league at diversifying their play calling. They're very good at, they have 3 insane weapons at receiver, and then obviously Joe Mixon at running back. They've been very good in terms of mixing up the pass and the run. So I think they're definitely going to keep the Rams on their toes. But so they just can't be predictable, and I think that's a thing that they've been able to do all year is not be predictable, and they just have to continue what they've been doing.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see it be very similar to the Chiefs game where the Bengals go down early and fight their way back. I think they've proven that they can make those halftime adjustments and mid-game adjustments to get back into a game. I think there's a good chance that happens again because we know McVay is going to be prepared. McVay with 2 weeks is going to be ready. He's going to have some stuff up his sleeve.
He'll be in his bag for sure.
I think the Bengals can bring themselves back into it in the second half.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. I fully agree that I think the Rams are going to get up early and then the Bengals are going to have to mount a comeback. But I want the Bengals to win. I want that to be known. I desperately want the Bengals to win, but I think the Rams are going to win this game. I think the Rams are going to win. So I was going to ask next.
Let's make our official picks here. So the line currently is Rams -4.5, and the over/under is 48.5.
It opened at 3.5, so it's moved a whole point. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
so, Connor.
Before the season started, I was really hoping for Stafford to win, right? Like he's just all this shit that he's gone through with the Lions. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's same thing with like not as quite as big, but like Barry Sanders wasted his entire career, Calvin Johnson wasted his entire career in the Lions. Stafford gets a chance like at redemption. It's really hard to root against him, but the Bengals team is so damn likable. Like it's just you got a lot of guys that's fun to root for, even as an Alabama fan for Joe Burrow.
I think some people's argument against that would just be like, Stafford might not have another chance, but the Bengals, because of how young they are probably going to get another chance. So
yeah.
I mean,
we
it's
think
hard.
we think that, but I think the people said the same thing about the Chiefs would have all of these chances to win a Super Bowl and everything like that. And I mean, so far in the Patrick Mahomes area, yeah, they've had 2 chances, but I think that's less than people expected. It is really hard to make the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Like, I think you look at Tom Brady and you're like, oh, like he made it. I don't even know how many times, but like that's not normal. I think we forget how incredibly difficult it is to make a Super Bowl.
10?
He would,
Yeah, I want to say 10.
he won 7, right? So he lost to the
like
Giants
10 or
twice. He lost to
11.
the Eagles.
Yeah,
I think it's 10. I think he won 7 times, lost to the Giants twice, and lost to the Eagles.
That's insanity. I mean, that sheer number. That's more than probably like 25 franchises. That's like
no. I think it's the most of any. No. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of win. Yeah, no,
Wins,
he has more
tied
wins.
for
Yeah. He's tied.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. I was like,
And I agree with you. I do think that the Bengals will get back, but I think them having more than 2 chances at it would be shocking. And I think you're looking at one of their 2 chances.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about getting hot, right? I mean, both the Giants teams that went to those Super Bowls, I think they're like 9-7. Like, it's just if you are healthy and hot at the right time, you can make a run. And NFL is one of those leagues that any team can win on any given Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think about like the Legion of Boom Seahawks as well. I think they were another one that people wanted to anoint, the next dynasty, and they only made 2 Super Bowls. And they won one. They won one in no dominant fashion, but they lost the second one. So, I mean, it is incredibly hard to get to Super Bowl. I agree. I think they'll be back, but I don't think, we're looking at the next dynasty or anything crazy like that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's going to be, I don't think Joe Burrow is Tom Brady, but I mean, to be fair, Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady until year 4, 3, whatever in his career.
All I know is I think we're going to see some really intense playoff games from the Bengals, Chiefs, and Bills for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
I think those games will be really exciting to watch.
Mm-hmm. Well, the AFC is going to be incredible in the playoffs for the years to come. Robbie, can you repeat what the line and the over-under was so Ryan and I can make our official guesses?
Yep, the line currently is Rams at -4.5, and you got the over/under at 48.5.
Oh, also before I make my thing, I would like to say that I was correct about Tom Brady retiring, and you two were not. So
there you go.
There's another apology.
Yeah,
that's on us.
Just figure it out, Robbie.
Yeah, I mean, I know I said that. I'm not 100% shocked. I am more shocked that he retired than not, but I mean, I think it was really kind of like a 60-40
I agree.
kind of thing, honestly. So, GOAT, I think, undisputable. I don't think anyone can hold a candle to Brady. But, excuse me, 48.5.
That's not a fun over/under to bet on.
No,
not a fun one to bet on.
I'm taking.
I would probably stay away from it if I was actually betting on it. I think I say the Rams, but I'm not thrilled about it. I think I say the Rams to cover that.
Yeah, I got.
So you said the over and the Rams -4.5.
But I'm not betting any money on it. I'm very not confident in this game. I think you could really go either way.
I'm the exact same way. I think the Rams are going to win by 6. I think and they hit the over.
I disagree with you on both.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think the Rams. I think the Rams
spicy.
win. I think the Rams win, but I think they win by 3. There have been so many walk-off games, so many close games in this playoffs. I think it's going to happen again. I think the Rams win by 3 in somewhat dramatic fashion, but I do think it's a low-scoring game because I think the Bengals' defense is playing really well, especially after that second half in KC. I think they can make some plays to hold the Rams, and I think the Rams' front 7 is going to be too much for the Bengals to put up a lot of points. I think that under hits as well.
You really think that after one of the best postseasons of NFL history, that we're going to be rewarded with an incredible Super Bowl?
I think it's interesting because I was thinking about this the other day. Like, it's the first time in a while that we've had a Super Bowl without like one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL. Like we've had it Brady or Mahomes in the last multiple Super Bowls. Like, it's cool to kind of see 2 guys that I mean, maybe Stafford you saw coming at the beginning of the year, maybe, but 2 guys you didn't necessarily think were going to get there. You don't have Rodgers, even though he's only been to 1. You don't have Brady. You don't have Mahomes. I think it's cool to see 2 teams that maybe weren't expected to be there be in the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a really good game.
But also, I mean, we mentioned this last week, but also remember that this is a home game. This is a home game for the Rams.
Yeah.
And
I was just about to get into that. I mean, Stafford ended the regular season not on some great throwing splits, like completion-wise and picks. He is throwing 72% completion percentage in the playoffs for 900 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a pick. And now he gets to play at home. Even though the Rams definitely don't have the best home field advantage in the league by any stretch, that's still a big advantage. But the Bengals will travel well, right? I mean,
yes, they will.
Those people are so excited about this team, and it's an excuse for them to get out of the weather and go to California. So I actually am very interested to see the split of fans in that stadium. I think that'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
But Stafford 72%. Throwing 900 yards in 3 games, where do you think he lands in terms of performance in the Super Bowl?
270 yards, 2 touchdowns, a pick.
Okay. I was gonna say like 215, 2 touchdowns and a pick. I think he goes for slightly less yards.
Okay. I think he'll throw about 40 times.
You think he's gonna throw that much?
I think he's gonna go like 27 for 40.
I could see Cam Akers having a pretty good game.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see how well they can run the ball on him, because the Chiefs were running the ball on them easy in the first half and then gave up on it for some reason. Mm-hmm. I think McVay is going to see that, and I think you're going to see Michelle and Akers have a pretty good game.
Yeah. Akers has got 54 carries in the postseason for 150 yards. So hopefully they can work. Yeah, their game plan is to be able to run both sides of the ball, or to perform on both sides of offense. Golly.
I mean, in all honesty, I think that this game is going to come down to play calling, like a lot of play calling in terms of, and I mean, whether obviously Stafford and Burrow are going to be able to pick up on defensive cues and stuff, but I mean, it's going to be what are the OCs seeing and how are the DCs adjusting, and it's just going to be a lot of trying to figure out the other team. I think both teams are going to go into this game with a very flexible game plan that will just adjust to whatever they're doing, basically.
I think we're going to see a heavy dose of Jamar Chase and Cooper Kupp, too. I think obviously they're your best players. Like, of course, you're going to get them the ball early and often, but I really think that'll be a focal point for both of them. I don't think anyone's going to get cute and try to feed OBJ or T. Higgins. I mean, I think they'll both get theirs as well. But I think you're going to see a heavy dose of the 2 best players on the field.
Yeah, I think both those guys you previously mentioned each go for 100 yards. I don't think that's really a question. But like you said, like earlier when we were talking about like most important player, I think behind the offensive line for me, Joe Mixon is going to be huge for the Bengals to be able to stay close in this game. And he's gotten fed this entire postseason. That's not going to change.
He's got fed all year, and I think P. Ryan's going to be big too on those screens on third down, those draws on third down. I mean, he can break plays too. So I'm curious to see, how the Bengals are able to get those running backs going. And I think if they can get those running backs going, that's when they have a chance to win this game.
It's crazy is P. Ryan only has 1 carry in the postseason. Like he has not been involved really at all. Mixon's got 52.
P. Ryan had a touchdown against the Chiefs though, didn't he?
He did. He had a 41-yard receiving touchdown.
Yep.
So I got OBJ making a huge catch in this game. I think OBJ is going to have like 170-yard bomb that Stafford just chucks, and I think he's going to burn somebody. I think OBJ is going to get a massive touchdown in this game. Just a random prediction. I just think that's going to happen.
To segue into our prop bets, you want to know what the easiest prop bet I saw was?
Give it to me.
What do you mean easiest?
I'll explain. You'll understand when I say it. The bet was betting on what jersey Drake was going to be wearing at the game, like which team. We all know Drake's rolling up in an OBJ jersey. Like
yeah.
Like I would put the entire mortgage on that. Not that I have a mortgage, but I would put the entire mortgage on that. Like there's just no way he doesn't show up in an OBJ jersey.
I agree.
So, y'all want to do some prop bets?
I love prop bets.
Super Bowl is the best event ever to prop bet on.
This is not financial advice. We have to.
Yeah, no, you're not going to make any money, but it's a lot of fun. So, all right. So first off, you got to do the classic coin toss: heads or tails. I am very opinionated on this.
You say tail. You say tails never fails.
Tails never fails.
I got heads.
Has it ever failed once?
Yes.
Connor's got heads.
Yes.
Ryan, you're the tiebreaker.
What is the statistic for like the Super Bowl coin toss?
I don't know.
What do you think?
Statistically, 55 games, tails 29, heads 26.
Oh, okay. Tails does have the advantage.
Statistically, you think could go back to heads, right?
That's not how statistics work. You're falling into one of the main fallacies of statistics.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah. Well, you have a degree, right?
There's 50% chance that it happens, right? It either happens or it doesn't, so that's 50-50.
In the current moment, correct, yeah.
Facts.
I'm going heads. We should.
Robbie's outnumbered.
We should be writing this down somewhere.
We'll go back and get it from the recording for sure.
Yeah.
We'll go grab it. All right, the next one up. Will there be a scoring drive shorter than the national anthem? I like this bet. I like this bet because the whole over on the national anthem thing is stupid. You have no idea. But I like the scoring drive against the national anthem. That's a fantastic bet.
It's not Mary J. Blige, right? She's in the halftime show.
She's in the halftime show.
Yeah, with Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and it's so random. Like, why is Mary J. Blige? What? What's going on?
Because why not?
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Guyton. Mickey Guyton.
Mickey Guyton. Okay.
I'm not too familiar with that. I apologize if I offend any Guyton.
Dude, do you want the average length of a Super Bowl national anthem?
Yeah.
1 minute and 43 seconds.
No way. They feel longer than that.
The average Super Bowl national anthem is 1 minute and 43 seconds. The shortest was Neil Diamond with 1 minute and 2 seconds. And the longest was Alicia Keys with 2 minutes and 36 seconds. I remember that one because everyone freaked out because she hit the over by a mile. I remember that one.
Under. I think there's a scoring drive under.
With that,
sure.
yeah, I agree.
I agree with you. I think there'll be one big play in this game.
Yeah,
I think
it'll get offensive firepower for there not to be.
OBJ 70-yard bomb.
Connor already called it. Actually, before I just threw that out there.
Connor's got the huge over on longest play for the game.
Yeah. All right. Well, who will be the first commercial after kickoff?
Dude, I don't.
Let me specify. Let me specify. You don't get to pick Anheuser-Busch and pick up Budweiser and Bud Light. You have to pick one brand.
I'm gonna lock in Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
I don't think it's gonna be a car company. I just don't. I think it's gonna be. I think it's a company that's not like. That's not massive. I think it's going to be like, it's a well-known company, but not a company that's like on top. I think it's going to be something like Cricket Wireless.
That's a terrible pick. But we'll roll with it. I think it's going to be Taco Bell because all the commercials I see these days are that Taco Bell bell ringing commercial. I feel like they're going to start off with a banger because it's going to be a Taco Bell commercial. It's going to be good. I got Taco Bell.
Robbie, how stupid are you going to feel if it is Cricket Wireless?
I want to make a bet, like a side bet on what I'll do if it's Cricket Wireless, but then it's gonna be Cricket Wireless.
Exactly what I'm saying. What's the next one?
All right, I'm just kind of scrolling through these. Tide had so many last year.
Really?
Tide? Really?
Like they just
they had 4.
But they keep like the commercials just keep getting worse. Like, let's be real. In the past few years, like the quality of Super Bowl commercials has gone downhill drastically. I would say like 2015 was like the peak. Around 2015 time, like Doritos was fire. Like Doritos Super commercials were phenomenal, and now it just keeps going down. So I'm hoping that it starts to climb back up again.
That's such an interesting bet. I love that.
It's a good one.
What are the worst odds you can get?
But the ones I saw, like it gave like I don't know, like 9 or 10 companies, and then you could bet the field.
Okay.
So like I think they pick the top 10 companies from the last 5 Super Bowls in terms of amount of Super Bowl commercials. Use those probably to set the odds, and then you could bet the field. So the field had the best odds.
I would say like a dark horse could be like a crypto commercial.
Yeah, crypto.com maybe.
That's a really good pick, actually.
Yeah, I like that dark horse. I like that sleeper pick for sure.
There it is. Lock that in for the fans out there.
Cricket Wireless. You heard it here first. OBJ 70-yard bomb. Cricket Wireless.
Connor's on some shit. Good Lord,
bro. Wait till we get to the fast food tier list. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, dude, that's gonna be hostile.
We're gonna fight.
That's a sneak.
This might be the last episode. Yeah.
I might have with some takes. For fans listening, for a teaser, Connor hates Arby's and will put Arby's below anything.
Just so you know, so I've like made, so you know how the tiers typically like S, A, B, C, D or whatever. So I've like customized.
Does Arby's have its own tier?
No, I've customized them, and the F tier is named Arby's.
That's crazy.
You're trash, Connor. You're trash.
I'm gonna put you in the Arby's. It's elevated for hearing that statement. By the way, I just want that to be known.
I actually, someone else like tried to fight me the other day because of my Arby's steak. They're like, I hate you. I was like, I don't vibe with Arby's, man.
Apparently,
it's not my thing.
Are y'all ready for the next prop bet?
Give it to me.
the first song sung at halftime. Now, as a reminder, there are 5 artists at halftime: Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige.
What the
so
hell
not
is
only are you guessing what song, you have to guess which performer is going to come out
it's
first.
Gonna be what the hell is the song called?
Artist.
It's Dre and Snoop, the famous the piano is like dun dun. Oh my god, what is it called? Still Dre? It's called Still Dre?
Still Dre.
Okay, yeah, I think it's gonna be Still Dre.
Okay.
Because dude, playing that intro at the beginning of the halftime, bro, people are gonna lose their mind. I think it's gonna be.
I definitely I would put a lot of money on it being very West Coast influenced as well. I saw a lot of people saying it was going to be Eminem, but you're in LA. You have you have some of the biggest
Snoop,
West Coast hip hop artists that are still alive. I mean, you have probably the 3 biggest ones that are still alive right now, in Snoop, Dre, and Kendrick. Yeah. So I definitely think it's going to be very West Coast influence. I don't think Eminem will come out till later.
No, I don't.
I agree.
Still Dre.
Ryan, who you got? I have my pick ready for me. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm thinking.
So this is a sneaky pick, and honestly, I don't even know if they're legally allowed to do this. But
I love these takes.
I think it's going to be California Love. That's actually Tupac's song, but Dre is on it.
That's not
And like if you're going you're in Cali, it's going to be West Coast influenced. That's my I have no idea if they're even allowed to play that, because it's not Tupac isn't even in the halftime show, obviously, but that's my hot take, I think, of all of these picks.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I would actually legitimately put money on it being Still Dre. Like I firmly believe that it's actually going to be that.
I'm leaning more towards Humble. I think
I guess not a bad pick.
And it's just been probably the biggest song of like the last it came out like what, last 2 years?
No, what?
How old was that song?
No. That song came out the summer of our
17.
sophomore
year.
year.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I need to get a grip.
Wait, 2017, ish.
The summer after our sophomore year.
Holy
I was like, what are you talking about? Like a year ago, I was like, what?
I think Kendrick opening and Eminem closing makes the most sense to me.
Yes.
I think you have our generation, probably the 2 most popular artists of those 5. I think probably currently the most popular as well. So
yes,
I think you bring out Kendrick to get it going and bring out Eminem to clean it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Ryan, don't you remember the start of the pandemic was 2 years ago?
Pain.
Yeah, literally.
Pain.
All right, Robbie, what's the next one you got for us?
This is the final one. What color will the Gatorade be that is dumped on the winning coach?
Yellow. Lock it in.
No, it's whatever the team color. So for Rams, blue. For Bengals, orange.
So I will tell you, I heard an interview with a Bengals player this week, and someone asked him what color their Gatorade usually is, and he said orange. So I'm locking in orange.
Yeah, I think it's either gonna be blue or orange. It's just whatever. I think it's gonna be whatever color the team is.
You have to pick one. You have to pick one. So
I have to pick. Well, then I think it's gonna be blue, because I think the Rams are gonna win.
Yeah, because you think the Rams are gonna win. Yeah,
I think blue.
Because the Rams are gonna win.
I mean, it could be yellow. Yeah.
Okay.
McVay always just wears straight blue. I think it's gonna be blue.
What did they dump on him in the last Super Bowl?
Arians?
They lost. Lol.
Oh,
but I'm curious. I am curious, like what the last couple have been.
That's a lot of research I don't want to do.
Already found it.
Okay, sick.
Good.
Already found it. Here we go. So last year was blue with Arians, so that's not the team color.
That's actually that's interesting.
The year before for Andy Reid it was orange.
That's not the team color.
Belichick it was blue, so that's team color. Eagles was yellow with Doug Peterson. Belichick didn't get a Gatorade bath in Super Bowl 51, and then Gary Kubiak got orange in Super Bowl 50. So you're about
I might be completely
only a third of the time is the team color. That's actually wild.
Yeah, it's actually crazy.
The Giants dumped purple in Super Bowl 46.
Yeah, that really ain't it.
But why not just do your team color? Like, why do?
Because you probably dump whatever, because I assume that they figure out what flavor they like, and they just use that flavor for the rest of the year.
They're not drinking.
I don't think you're thinking.
You mean? Okay, I was like,
I mean, they're not drinking it.
Yeah, they're gonna be using the same stuff they were drinking.
What are you talking about? You have a designated dump on the coach barrel.
I mean, they might. They legit
That's what I'm saying.
But I think there's a better chance that it's just here's the one we didn't end up drinking. Let's dump it on the coach.
Yeah, I mean,
you also can bet on it being water. You can also bet on being clear.
No, I'm not gonna bet on that.
That's lame.
Yeah,
Boy, that's whack.
Boy, what the hell, boy?
All right, well, those are our 5 bets. We'll make sure we get those locked in somewhere, and we'll keep track of who's winning for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hold on. Moving into the next topic in the wild world of sports, we have the ongoing 2022 Winter Olympics being held in Beijing. Currently, as of recording, the United States is deep down the list with 3 medals through some events. I don't have the number.
It was the first time in history that the U.S. went 20 events into the Winter Olympics without winning a medal. It took us 21 events to get a medal.
Yeah.
There were a couple people that, and like there was a skiing and there was another like snowboarding one where people like 2 Americans had really bad mishaps. Like at the end, like at the last thing.
Michaela Schifrin did not finish last night. She did not finish the giant slalom.
So we're behind the Russian Olympic Committee, which I have some opinions on.
Who currently lead in total medals.
I have some opinions on. Canada, Netherlands, Italy, China, Norway, Japan, Austria, Sweden, Germany, Slovenia, and then the United States of America, tied with France and Switzerland, who's also having a disappointing Olympics.
Sweden's a little down that list, but all 3 of their medals are all gold. So, I mean, they're not complaining.
Yep.
I feel like Norway's having a disappointing Olympics too. They're further down than I would have expected.
2 gold, 2 bronze for Norway. Yep. Yeah, the U.S.
The U.S.'s medals are in women's slopestyle with Julia Marino, I can't read. Women's moguls by Jalen Kauf, and the figure skating mixed team.
Yes.
Which I didn't know we had mixed team.
Yeah, we do. But we got smoked by the Russians. They got silver, but apparently the Russians just really
yeah. So
Ryan's gonna voice his opinion.
Russia is very.
Are you gonna talk about Putin being there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little.
It's supposed to be just like separated, but like Putin's there being chummy with Winnie the Pooh is kind of wild in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it's a little sus.
Well, I mean, the U.S. did a diplomatic boycott, which I mean doesn't really mean anything, but we did diplomatically boycott the Olympics.
Hey, I'm glad. Did we also diplomatically boycott winning a lot of medals? Because that's what
we're
crazy.
We're actually protesting by not winning gold. That's how we're getting our message across to China.
Guys, we're just like fat ass 20-year-olds shitting on Olympians. What are we doing?
Hey, I'm in my mid-20s now. Thank you very much.
I said 20.
What sport do you guys think you can medal in?
None. Like what?
Okay, sorry. If you
were at that level,
start training now,
that athletic level.
Well, let's say you start training now, and you have 4 years till the next Olympics. What do you have the best chance? Let's say not even of qualifying for the Olympics.
Let's say qualifying.
Let's say qualifying.
I guarantee you that I would never be able to qualify for cross country. Guaranteed.
I wouldn't.
I don't think
I would hate it.
Skiing or snowboarding, there's no chance. Zero chance.
Luge, I think I got that in the bag.
Ryan, I think we'd make a nasty 2-man bobsled
team.
I think we'd make a nasty 2-man bobsled team.
Robbie and I's ass win a quarter ton of fun going Mach 7 down some ice.
Bro, y'all would be like screaming, just like zooming.
If they had like bobsled jousting, Ryan and I would have the big time weight advantage on anyone. We would dominate that. But
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I'm not gonna say any that I would qualify in, but the one that I would love to get good in, I keep forgetting the freaking name. It's like it starts with BI, but it's the one where you're skiing and you shoot. That one is sick. Like that is so.
It's such a funny event. I love it,
bro. That's what I mean. It's like the hand-eye coordination that takes. Like that's ridiculous.
I'm looking at the summer sports, and there's not a single one on here that I could even pretend to qualify for.
No shot.
Mm-mm.
That's wild. What is sport climbing?
It's the rock climbing, but it's like the timed. It's slightly different.
It's approved for 2028 Olympics. That's crazy.
I thought they.
Ryan, I think you can do that one for sure.
Skateboarding, surfing, and sport climbing have officially been added to the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics.
Oh, also, did you know? Sorry, go ahead, Rob.
They used to have speed walking in the Olympics. I think that got taken out.
Yeah, they did used to have speed walking.
That was so funny.
Yeah, it was.
So fun fact for me of the day: Beijing is the only city ever to host both the Winter and Summer Olympics.
Correct.
Which is able to name that.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. I mean, the fact that no other places had that climate to where it'd be able to do
They
like
also
both.
they also did it within 14 years of each other because they hosted the
that's
Summer
pretty
Olympics
crazy.
in 2008.
Yeah. Usain Bolt was
China
going
loves being on the
crazy.
world stage like that.
What'd you say?
China loves being on the world stage like that.
Indeed.
Other sports news, do we want to jump back into the NFL and talk about any head coaching hires? Are there any that were, feeling like it was a good hire, feeling like it was a terrible hire?
Brian Flores hasn't been hired yet, right?
And all of them are now filled because the Texans hired Lovie Smith today, and Dennis Allen got hired by the Saints.
It's just, God, I feel so bad for him. I mean, I think
he's going to get Kaepernicked. I mean,
no, he
he's
is.
Going to get Kaepernicked.
Yeah, he is, which just sucks because he's legitimately a very good coach, and the fact that the Dolphins let him go like makes you wonder. It's like,
I don't understand that whole situation,
which makes me think that he might have some legitimacy to his claims. It's like,
I do have to say he didn't help himself today. Did y'all see a statement today about Lovie Smith?
No, I did not.
He was like, congratulations to Lovie. Like, I'm glad, a minority coach got hired. But once again, I feel like I wasn't hired because I came out against the NFL. It's like, bro, just say congratulations and move on. Like, you're not helping yourself by being playing the victim card now. Like, you literally said when you came out with this case, I know this means I probably won't ever get hired again in the NFL. And it was a very brave thing of him to do, but you coming back now and making statements like that just do not help your case.
Yeah. I mean, he's sticking by what he believes in, though. So, I mean, you got to...
No, I agree. And, I think it was, incredibly brave of him to come out and, try to fix things in the NFL, because I think things probably do need fixed in the NFL.
Yes.
But I think him coming out and saying something like that about, someone else that is fighting the same fight he is kind of disrespectful.
Yeah. I mean, when you have, Goodell at the helm of the ship, there's some issues with the organization.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovie Smith is a little bit of a surprising hire because he has not done well at Illinois. And he's been there for 5 seasons. And I was reading some of the other coaching people they hired or interviewed was Josh McCown, who's NFL journeyman, Eagles D coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, and Brian Flores, who we were just mentioning. So apparently a lot of people thought McCown was going to get the nod.
It sounds like they legit got bullied out of hiring McCown by the internet.
Yeah.
There was for the longest time it said they were going to hire McCown, and everyone's like, you can't do that. He doesn't have any NFL coaching experience. And they're like, you know what? You're right. We can't do that. But it's if you think he's going to be a great NFL coach one day, why not just hire him now?
Texans are at the lowest point they could get. If they want to take a shot on a guy, this is
right. And that's something I've never understood about coaching hires. It's why do you keep taking shots on these guys that you pretty much know what you're going to get? Maybe they'll turn it around. You have Pete Carroll, who, he obviously did great at USC, but he was not a very good NFL coach before he got hired back at the Seahawks. He was not a good coach for the Jets. So I don't know why you keep retrying these guys when realistically probably nothing's going to change.
McCown is one of those dudes. He's been 10 different teams. Learning he's learned so many different offenses. He's studied behind a lot of other great quarterbacks. There's a reason. Obviously, he wasn't good enough to be a starter. Still in the NFL for however many seasons. Obviously, a phenomenal athlete. But there's reasons that you go to 10 different NFL teams and that they keep bringing you back. Right? You're obviously super helpful in the film room. You're super intelligent. You're a serviceable backup. So, I feel like that translates very well into being a head coaching job. And I'm sure that he'll get one. If he was already he hasn't been out of the league very long, and he's already being considered for head coaching jobs. He'll fill one here shortly.
In Lovie Smith's defense, he did win Coach of the Year in 2005. He was the NFL Coach of the Year at one point.
I like to remind you that 17 years ago.
I know.
I was barely born then.
Jesus Christ.
But I was gonna say, people don't remember that Sean McVay got hired when he was 30. That is so yeah, but that's a coach that he's this year in the Super Bowl. It's sometimes you just got to take a chance. That's all it is.
I saw a video Sean McVay being interviewed. I don't know if
he was remembering plays, the exact play.
Yeah. That's insane.
LeBron for our listeners, he was being asked specific plays from specific games. For example, in 2017, you played the Bucks week 5 on 3rd and 7. what did whoever the receiver run on to get a 40-yard touchdown, and he'd be able to recall the route against what coverage and what time of the game that was. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was legitimately like a photographic memory for a football event. So
yeah,
it was crazy to see.
Some people have LeBron can do that. LeBron's done that a few times where reporters asked him and he's laid out the exact play. You're like, what the hell? Like, it's people don't realize that. Like, well, specifically for athletes, it's like as much as the physical attributes go into it. I mean, there's so much mental stuff that goes behind playing the game at that high of a level. I mean, there's a reason that they're in the league other than just their physical gifts. And I mean, obviously that goes for coaches. I mean, that's what their job is, the mental part of the game. And so,
for sure.
but the photographic memory part of knowing every play like you've ever recalled is just, it's incredible. Speaking
of McVay, I think a lot of people know this, but the 2013 Washington now Commanders, terrible name, we wouldn't even bring that up. But
I love
took them 2 years.
Red and yellow, and what can you shorten Commanders to? Commies.
Oh man!
So someone plays.
someone said if they hand out like terrible towels at a game, they're going to be called rags. Yeah. So for those of you listening, if you want to hear what I just said, you have to donate to our Patreon.
Please.
Yeah. But so the 2013 Washington Commanders coaching staff, I believe, now has 5 head coaches in the NFL. They know how many games that team won?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh, they won like 3, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Love that.
They were 3-13, and they now have 5 head coaches in the NFL.
And like a lot of them are pretty good, aren't they? It's like the good ones.
McVay, Shanahan.
Yeah,
the guy that the Dolphins just hired. Oh, no, I'm throwing a complete and total blank now. I had them like lined up and ready. And
Robbie's always shooting blanks.
I can't remember. Hey, you can't wait. So mine's getting cut, but you can say that. Hold up. Oh, Matt LaFleur. Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, Mike McDaniel, who just went to the Dolphins, Sean McVay.
That's kind of crazy, actually.
No, it was a crazy ass coaching staff.
Yeah. But it's insane.
Can we pause? I gotta pee.
Yeah,
I do too.
Go ahead. Yeah, go.
Yeah, I mean, I
can I take a pee break?
I sat down and finished peeing, and I was like, "Oh, let me check this fart." And I'm like, "Oh, wait."
I want to mention real quick. I saw this women's college basketball player on Instagram today. Her name, let me double check. Her name is Caitlin Clarke.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm curious where this is going, but
no. This is. No, like, holy God, is she like? Stop making that face.
Is she what?
keep going.
Keep going.
No, don't make that. She's literally the women's version of.
I need you to get a grip. All right, God.
Y'all keep going like.
Spotify and Google listeners are confused.
She's like the women's version of Steph Curry. Like, she's legitimately that good. Bro, she pulls up. She like gets to half court and just pulls. I think she had 46 and 10 today. She plays for Iowa. Bro, she's insane. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Every 3 she took was like she had 2 hands in her face and she was draining it. I was like, what the hell?
Other women's basketball news. Did you see the UCLA player that was spitting on fans because they said he looked like Brittany Griner?
It's so funny because he does, though. Like, oh my God, I didn't know it wasn't Brittany Griner.
He got arrested for assault. Like, he legit got arrested for assault after the game because he was spitting on fans on the way out. Yeah, it was bad.
We should also probably mention that Alvin Kamara got arrested.
Go Saints. Saints really be out here.
Saints are down horrendously.
Saints are 32nd in the league for available cap space. Kamara is out punching people in casinos.
Faces a possible
gone.
Faces a possible sentence of 5 years.
Ain't no shot he gets 5 years.
No, there's no way he will. But I mean, it says that it was a possible sentence of 5 years. Yeah, he won't get 5 years. But that's kind of
absolutely wild. Just real quick, while we're kind of touching on basketball a little bit, I wanted to air some grievances with the Alabama men's basketball.
Wait, before you do, let me talk about my school. Oklahoma State beat Oklahoma in Bedlam, so suck my ass.
I saw that.
not you guys, just like
I'm good, but like,
sorry, go ahead, Ryan. I just had to say that.
Yeah, we're gonna be rooting for the Pokes from now on. Honestly,
We're not in the tourney though,
bent.
so
Yeah, so we beat Baylor at home. Something light, looked great.
Riding high.
Yeah, riding high. Go to Auburn, get down by 20. Give me hope, but bringing it back within 4, and then go. I mean, this white dude for Auburn beat our ass all game long. It was disgusting.
Auburn put up triple
digits. He almost had a triple double. Yeah, he almost had triple double blocks too. By the way, that was great.
Evans.
And then we go and put up 55 points against Kentucky in some disgusting showing. I mean, they need to get a grip.
Yeah, you want to hear my confidence in Alabama basketball this week?
Go ahead, Rob.
I watched 10 minutes of the Auburn game and turned it off to go to bed because we looked that bad. Yeah. And then I bet on Kentucky on Saturday. And that was legitimately free money, and Kentucky was an underdog.
Yeah.
But that was legitimately free money.
What do you see of number 5 team in the country, an underdog? Vegas loves Bama right now, and we're like, that's nice.
And we don't deserve it at all.
No. It's disgusting.
Alabama basketball is kind of like Iowa State football in the sense of like Vegas loves them, like because in terms of their advanced stats, they're pretty good, but overall, it's like their record just does not showcase it at all.
Yeah,
because they just lose
games. I just wanted to mention that. Also, Duke won against North Carolina in Coach K's final game in North Carolina. I'm sure that was emotional. Robbie, you have any feelings towards the Carolina schools?
Go Duke. We love to see it. Carolina's missing Willie Williams pretty bad right now, I think. They've had I think about the year everyone expected, but knowing Carolina fans, I'm sure they're disappointed. I'm sure that this means they're going to go into Durham and beat Duke in Durham for Coach K's last game in Cameron Indoor. I would put super amounts of money on that because that's just how the Carolina Duke rivalry works. But was happy to see the Blue Devils won that one for sure. Kansas also handled Baylor at home again. I mean, second straight Saturday that Baylor kind of got handled on the road. So they're slumping at, I guess, are they slumping at the right time? They might be slumping at the right time. Yeah, if it was another month from now, you'd be worried about the tournament, but maybe they'll get some things ironed out here and kind of turn around. But the defending champs are looking very immortal these days.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about Alabama basketball, to be honest. To be honest with you, I'm so frustrated with this team.
We can slide to the NHL All-Star game. Did you guys see that?
Please.
It was really cool. They did the skills competition.
The NHL All-Star game.
Yeah. We're not even gonna mention it's not worth mentioning.
We have self-respect, so none of us watch the Pro Bowl. So I'll just leave it at that.
But the NHL, they did the skills challenge on the Bellagio fountain, which is sick.
Hey,
that was pretty cool. The 3v3 tournament too that they do. So the way the NHL All-Star game works is they do a 3v3 tournament split up by division. And it is awesome. It's way better than anything Goodell's dumb face could ever come up with.
No, you got to do better than that.
Tell me dumb.
We're PG podcast. That's why we had to bleep out my.
Bro, you said rags earlier.
You're gonna bleep it out again?
I'm editing, so.
But NHL did it right. I mean, they really leaned into the whole Vegas thing. I think that was an awesome decision by them. And I think we talked about a little bit last week with baseball. I mean, the NHL, I think, is gaining popularity. You have baseball rapidly losing it for kind of that third spot behind basketball and football. So I'm interested to see how that goes.
But honestly, behind the NHL, I think Major League Baseball has the second best All-Star break because you got the home run derby and stuff like that. But the NHL's got fastest skater, fountain faceoff, hardest shot, accuracy shooting. It's a lot of cool athletes showcasing their skills in a relaxed environment. People holy shit, outside of a game and seeing their personalities and all this kind of stuff. I think it's awesome.
And apart from,
I think they're doing a great job with it.
And apart from the skills contest, especially with how the NBA restructured the All-Star game in terms of the players play to a certain number, that made the All-Star game so good because there was one number and they all actually played effing defense. It was actually so fun.
And they got them to play for charity too. So if they win stuff, they actually win money for their charities and stuff.
The 3-point contest is dope, always cool. The dunk contest is usually really good. Last year was a little disappointing, but it's usually really good. The
skills competition, big underrated. I really like the skills competition.
Yeah. But I was also going to say that, so the Rising Stars, they changed the Rising Stars format into something where it was more similar to how they are now formatting the All-Star game, where it's 4 different teams or something. So instead of just being like the sophomores and the juniors, or sophomores and freshmen or whatever they used to do, they're doing a certain number of rookies, a certain number of sophomores, and a certain number they're bringing up G League players, and then they're doing the same thing where it's like the semifinal. They play to a certain number, and then like whatever the combined total is, they play to that number in the final. So it's gonna make it really interesting for the.
They're not all 4 playing each other at the same time.
No, it's like there's 4. Yeah, shut up, Robbie.
So if you were Goodell's stupid face, as we put it, what would you do to spice up the Pro Bowl? Because the NFL's in a weird spot where they hold it, right? Because it's not necessarily a break; it's at the end of the season. So I mean, you have 2 teams that aren't even in it.
Yeah. I think you have to lean into the whole that like it's not a real football game. Like you're not going to get players to go out there and play hard because they don't want to get hurt. Like you have to lean into it being like a for fun football game. So whether that means going all the way to flag football, I mean, like I can't.
That would actually be really funny.
I think you have to stop doing this whole half-ass like, like we're gonna play a football game like with all of these rules so no one gets hurt. Like no, lean into it being goofy and being stupid. I think everyone would have a lot more fun watching it. I think that's really where you have to go with it.
They really missed an opportunity by they could have showcased that in Vegas.
Right, exactly.
I think this would have been a great year for that, but Goodell, as usual, fumbles the bag.
And nowadays it's more on his recliner. And nowadays it's more about the accomplishment and like the honor, anyways, as opposed to the game itself. Because as you guys said, the players just don't want to get hurt, and which is understandable.
I
actually agree. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's more about like what you've played this well all year, so therefore you are an all-star, and so
you don't have Sean Taylor out there running around anymore. So
R.I.P. I know we're talking about like these special events, but for like the NHL, I love the outdoor like Winter Classic that they do.
Yeah,
it's so cold.
I know, but it's such a cool thing.
Cold. They're doing it in Nashville though here in a couple weeks, so that won't be as cold.
That's pretty cool.
Scope Reds.
I think before they did it, like the NHL took a video, or whoever was there, whoever the social media people were there, of them all in like shorts and no shirt. It was like -20 or whatever. They're like vibing, and I was like, "What is this?"
Hockey players are insane. They're actually insane.
They're nuts. I just want to say for people that have never been to Nashville and gone to a Preds game, I have never been to a Preds game, but I've heard they're absolutely wild because they're right on the strip and like a stone's throw away from all these crazy bars and all that kind of stuff. So. Most of the people in the Preds games are absolutely hammered.
Me and Ryan ate way too much chicken in the shadow of Bridgestone Arena just this past weekend.
I had a half-assed chicken with fries, mac and cheese. I didn't get the banana pudding because, cutting.
And,
for sure. I got a tea. So I was really out there. It was delicious.
Hattie B's is an experience that you have to have if you're in Nashville.
I know some of you Nashville homers will say that Hattie B's is not the best, and I know there's some mixed opinions with all that kind of stuff, but it's absolutely delicious. Don't care plus ratio.
No, plus ratio. All right, so boys, either of you have a fun fact of the week, fun fact of the day? I know you guys usually do that. I was wondering if you guys got anything for today.
Ryan, I don't have it.
Fumbled the bag on that for sure. Which you hate to see from the talent of the show, but I'm sure I could find something really quickly.
While Ryan's finding that, kind of think of any other big sports news this week?
No.
The Mavs lost to the Pistons and the Thunder back-to-back.
They're fine.
I was gonna say a cool fact. I mean, Ryan's looking up a real fact, but crossover. We all enjoy Rocket League because we're kind of weird. But did you see the first ever cross professional athlete and esports?
Yeah.
Just signed. Boston Scott signed to play Rocket League, not as a full-time Rocket League player, but he's an alternate. For an esports team now, like professionally signed, and he's also running back to
signed to play FIFA.
Who?
Jay Ajayi, the running back.
Was he actually playing football at the time he signed to play FIFA?
Also, you have might be right. He did retire, and then
you have Kyler and whoever else was did that thing with
Hayes.
Yes.
FaZe Clan.
They signed a contract with FaZe, but not to be an actual esports athlete, just as like a promoter or content creator.
Didn't Bronny sign a contract with FaZe?
Yes, that's the other athlete I was thinking of. But
also, my pectoral is cramping as we sit here.
Let me see.
It's kind of wild. Hey yo.
I also have to. This isn't really sports. It's kind of sports news. But I have shout. I have to shout out Eagle safety Anthony Harris. This past week he took a girl to daddy-daughter dance. She lost her dad and her grandfather like recently, and he took her to a daddy-daughter dance, and it was just like incredibly sweet. So shout out to Eagle safety.
You absolutely love to see.
Man of the week for sure. Man of the week.
A new segment, man of the week.
Man of the week. I absolutely love it. I have a excellent fun fact that's kind of going to blow your mind.
Perfect. All right, I'm ready.
I totally came to the podcast prepared and didn't look this up last second. So today I learned that Lonnie Johnson, ever heard of Mr. Johnson? He's the man that created the original Super Soaker.
Okay.
Yeah. The world's best-selling toy. That's fact one.
I'm gonna hold my jokes in, but continue.
Yeah, please
I was saying the same thing.
Ignore that the man named Johnson invented a Super Soaker.
Hey, yup.
He was awarded $73 million in a Hasbro settlement for unpaid royalties.
Heavens.
That is how much money that he's made that company. Those are the royalties that he's getting off his patent product. We're letting a lot of shit fly in the third podcast.
We're getting real comfortable in the third episode right now. We're getting real comfortable. That is a very fun fact, Ryan. Thank you for your fun fact.
Yes, and the better part of the Super Soaker was previously named Power Drencher. So I really don't know which was better.
I'm really glad that they focus group.
Yeah, no, Super Soaker is better than Power Drencher.
Power Drencher is atrocious.
Yeah.
I have a fact that I learned in my business law class. That's kind of interesting. So, okay, it's Robbie, don't make that damn face. So
I was talking about business law after bringing up Power Drencher. I can't wait to hear it.
So about 10 to 15 years ago, Pepsi had this kind of royalty rewards program that they did called like Pepsi Points. Mm-hmm. So they had this advertisement, this commercial, basically like showcasing what you could get for like a certain amount of Pepsi points.
I have heard this.
Yeah, and there was one where it was like if you get something like 16 million Pepsi points, because they thought it was like absurdly ridiculous. They like you could get a fighter jet. Like they advertised a fighter jet if you got 16 million.
So
this guy had like 1,000 Pepsi points and then just bought, because you could buy Pepsi points. He just bought the rest of it because it was like 10 cents for every point or something, because it was like $1 for what. So he bought the rest of the Pepsi points and then went to Pepsi and was like, "Where the hell is my fighter jet?" And they were like, "What?"
Yeah, at that point, that's just an investment, right? Like you're going to be paying less for those Pepsi points than a fighter jet is worth.
But if you did the math, right? Well, that's what it is. If you do the math, like what Pepsi had advertised was that it was only worth $790,000, and in reality, it's worth about 13 million. And so basically, they took it. The guy was like, "Where the hell is my fighter jet?" And they're like, "We're not giving you a damn fighter jet." And so, so they took it to court, and because it was like a commercial, and because it was they ruled that any like objective person would realize that it wasn't serious, and so Mance didn't get his fighter jet.
Did he at least get some money?
I don't think he did.
I think you should at least get some money, because that's pretty. I mean, like I know, like objectively, you should know that you're not getting a fighter jet, but
Pepsi really said. What? Pepsi was like, "The fuck?"
Pepsi said,
"Hello."
Imagine how sick you look pulling up to work in a fighter jet.
He's like, "Bro, Pepsi gave me this." It's just like branded all over.
Yeah, it has to be branded to hell.
It's like a NASCAR driver.
Actually, just runs on Pepsi. It's a fighter jet that specifically runs on Pepsi.
Yeah. All right, boys. Well, we're already at like an hour 10 here, so I'm thinking we get to the tier list. I'm thinking we do the tier list.
Power Drencher. I'm stuck on that.
I'm stuck on the Power Drencher as well.
So, basically, we posted this to Instagram. Please go follow our Instagram, all our social medias at Bros in the Berg. We posted to Instagram. What should our next tier list be after our Pixar movie tier list last week? The most votes was
feedback.
Robbie specifically for his Soul take was not. People were not fond of it.
People.
I mean, someone said that Soul was the best.
Yeah,
movie,
Carson was tripping.
Which is even worse.
That's a worse take than my take.
That's correct. Yeah, I agree.
We appreciate everyone voting in the Instagram poll. There were some responses out there that we obviously couldn't do, and you know who you are. So you can keep them coming. Yeah, please keep them coming, but just know that we're not actually going to do them. So fast food did have the most votes of the ones that we can actually do on the podcast. So that's what we're doing tonight. But we'll definitely put up another poll next week for the next tier list as well. So let us know what you guys want to see. This is gonna take us forever. Holy shit!
That's all just saying.
It's fine.
All right, we're ready.
All right, we got A and W. Oh wait, no, excuse me. Sorry. Before we start, let me go through the tiers. So I got bussin'. It's a little different. I'd eat it. Something's got to be going wrong with my life at the time. Arby's, never had.
So, but all of our podcast listeners, the traditional S through F tier is what we were expecting. So Connor just threw us an absolute curveball with that.
We've already talked about the fact that Connor's disrespect for Arby's is absurd.
It's
sure
not
we're going to get into that here
disrespect.
very quickly, but I just want to make
like,
sure that is known that we do not agree with his disrespect of Arby's.
Some rules before we get started. I think if the majority of us have not eaten, then it goes into the never had tier.
Agreed.
You know,
I like how many times do you have to have eaten it too? Because I feel like you can't even judge like a restaurant off of like one time that you went.
I think you can. I 100% think you can.
Okay.
A and W for me would be never had. I don't think I've ever had A and W.
Can we rank it like B tier just because of the root beer?
No,
that's not what this is about, bro. That's a different list, Robbie.
I'm gonna kick you off.
We're already getting angry at A and W.
A&W's D tier.
Have you had? Okay, Robbie, have you had A and W?
No, not the food.
Okay, then that's 2 out of 3.
What are we?
Ryan's like, what the hell?
Now, Arby's does not belong in whatever tier that you designed for, Connor. I think it's a horrendous take. I think
Your horrendous take.
Warm beef and cheddar has a place in this economy.
Oh, I just can't.
Arby's is great road trip food. Like if I'm on the road and I need like something to eat while I'm driving, Arby's is up there for sure.
Bro, what?
Arby's is a low B, high C tier, in my personal opinion.
I actually would put it B tier. Like legitimately would put it B tier.
What's going on?
What's going on?
The takes. The people wanted to hear the takes. This is where we're at.
Okay, so like, this is where I would put it. I would put it like the bottom of hell, right? And you guys are saying the middle. So fine, we'll put it here.
But I put it in whatever the equivalent of C tier is.
Okay, that will be. Well, C tier's here.
Random ass names you gave it.
Yeah,
that didn't come with those.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
For our viewers, me and Ryan also cannot see the names of the tiers that Connor made, so we are totally guessing.
So one time, the top is bussin'. Second is hits a little different. Third is I'd eat it. Fourth is something's got to be wrong with my life at the time. Fifth is Arby's, and sixth is never had.
I put it in. I put it in the I would eat it, that one.
But I would never eat it.
Well, I would eat it, so put it there.
We outrank you. There's 2 versus 1.
Bro, why is... Oh my god, I'm going to lose it. Okay, Baja Fresh.
I've never had it.
I can't say I've ever had.
Blimpie.
The fuck is
Never
Blimpie?
had it. Never had it.
Bojangles.
Sandwich shop?
Yeah, it looks like
bussin'.
Now, I don't know if I'm in as much of agreement on the bussin' train.
I've never had Bojangles. I can't make it.
I would put it a tier below. It is not quite, but some of their shit's real dry.
You gotta get the chicken tenders. You gotta get the chicken supreme.
I have gotten the chicken tenders.
Bojangles has the best fast food biscuit in existence.
That's a cap.
Who's better?
Chick-fil-A.
Biscuit? No, definitely not.
Yes, sir.
You also can't get it all day. At Bojangles, you can get a biscuit any time of day.
I can bet you it's better than Popeyes. Popeyes biscuits are horrendous.
Better than KFC.
Well, KFC doesn't do
all right, boys. Where are we putting Bojangles?
I guess we're putting it in whatever.
It's a little different.
Yeah, we'll go with this. I disagree, but I'm also a homer, so I'll admit when I'm a homer.
Homer vibes.
All right, we got Boston Market. I don't mind a Boston Market.
Never been.
I'd eat it.
I'd put it a tier below. I'd eat it.
Something else going on in your life,
too.
Bro. I cannot stomach putting Boston Market below Arby's.
Yeah, that's an easy call for me.
Dude, I'm gonna shit my pants. Literally.
What'd you just eat at Arby's?
Oh my god! Fine. Okay. Burger King.
F. How low can you go?
I was gonna put in the something has to be going on in my life category.
Nah, it's got to be in the Arby's tier. Burger King's in the Arby's tier.
That's a vibe.
I'm getting killed right now. In my opinion,
Kane's here.
Kane's is bussin'. Kane's is bussin'.
Respectfully.
We got.
I would rather have Bojangles, but
you're what? Damn.
You're wrong.
Carl's Jr.
It's essentially Hardee's. I think also I would put that also in the something has to be going on in my life category. like the time that Ryan and I were studying at Rogers until 3 a.m, and there was the only fast food open that didn't have a line around the building, and we went to.
I was very sad that was what we were eating.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't happy about it. But like I ate it because something was going on in my life.
Oh,
yeah.
Well.
That too.
We got Checkers.
It's here above.
Yeah, I'd eat it.
All right, I've never had it.
Their coupons go hard.
Chick-fil-A's bussin'. I don't think that's even debatable.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I would say Chipotle's bussin' too, but I think people just argue sometimes it's a little expensive.
The Chipotle on 15th Street is ridiculously shit.
Yeah.
Chipotle could be watching. Y'all need to get a grip at that restaurant.
Yeah, because they're definitely watching.
Holy shit.
I'd agree with that. Like, Chipotle has location issues. Like, there are locations.
Yes, it is very location dependent.
All right, we'll put Top. It hits a little different.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
But Chipotle, for like me right now trying to lose some weight, it's actually the healthiest option on this menu.
Top of S tier if you're trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
Essentially fast food.
And and there's a F ton of protein in it too, so it's like
ridiculous amounts of sodium, but like
who cares? Church's chicken. Church's is fine. It's like okay,
it's fine.
It'll do.
I'd eat it. Yeah, we'll put it.
I'm really craving chicken, and there's no Zaxby's, Bojangles.
Well, that's what I mean.
It's the worst.
There's five things ahead of it. Yeah. There's like
the worst
5
of the
things
chicken restaurant,
but it's not bad. But like Church's, it's not bad.
Yeah, I'd rather have KFC over Church's.
Yeah, I'd rather have KFC over Church's.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right,
no, it's like it's not great. Cookout's S tier.
You guys are cookout homers.
Yeah,
I've never had cookout. So.
I mean, Robbie's the biggest cookout homer that you can come by, and I'm from Texas, and I love cookout.
They've raised prices a couple of times since I probably started having it. It's still one of the cheapest things on this, and still one of the best food.
When I first started going to Cookout, you could get a double cheeseburger, a milkshake, a chicken quesadilla, and Cajun fries for $5.99. Now it's like $6 change.
There's 7 and change, $6.50 somewhere around there.
It's delicious. S tier.
All right, we got an S tier. We got Culver. I'm a Culver's fan. I like Culver's.
I was gonna put it below the bussin' tier.
Yeah,
right in that A tier.
Del Taco.
Ass. I've had it like twice in California.
I've never had Del Taco.
Have you had it,
Connor? I have like a half memory of having a Del Taco.
I would put it never had.
We'll put it in we'll put it in never had.
It's a worse Taco Bell.
All right,
like substantially worse.
Denny's.
Something has to be going on in my life.
Yeah, that's actually the definition of Denny's.
If I'm at a Denny's, something's going on.
Yes, that's literally the definition of Denny's.
The fact of the matter is, too, most of the Denny's you go to is actually just a front for something else. Like, it's not just Denny's. Like, there's a very good chance you're at a money laundering facility as well. But,
Yep. All right, we got a Domino's. Who's gonna speak their mind first on this?
I mean, I order Domino's here in Tuscaloosa because right down the street. And it's like $5.99 for a 2-topping medium is a pretty good deal.
It's a good price point.
So like the price points there, I would say I'm putting it at the bottom of hits a little different just based on the price point.
I would agree.
Okay. I put it in 98, so yeah, we'll put it at the bottom of hits a little different.
Torchy's fast food? Some of these are interesting.
Whatever. Dairy Queen. I would never go to Dairy Queen to get food.
I think something's got to be going on in your life.
Yeah, I would. I would only get because like you're getting ice cream if you're going to Dairy Queen.
The food legitimately isn't terrible. The food's not bad, but like you're not going out of your way.
Yeah, you're never getting. Yeah.
You're not going out of your way to get it.
El Pollo Loco is kind of ass.
I don't think I've ever.
No, you have. No, you have had it because it's in North Richland Hills, and there.
I know. I don't think I ever went.
No, we got takeout once from it. I remember you were home. It's ass.
Okay, I mean,
Arby's it is
above.
Firehouse is kind of ass.
Firehouse is good. Oh,
I was gonna say it was mid. So
okay, we put it in. Yeah, we'll put it in mid. We'll put it right in the middle. Yeah. I eat it. Five Guys is bust and bust. I love Five Guys. It's just so expensive. No, I know, but it's so good.
How can you put something that cost $18 in busing category for fast food?
We're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but I think you have to choose either Shake Shack or Five Guys to be in bussin', and I'm picking
not a
Shake
Shack fan.
Shake Shack. Well, sucks. Honestly, that's crazy.
Both of you. All right, fine. We'll put Five Guys in. Hits a little different.
I'll give it that.
We'll put it like right below Chipotle. All right, IHOP.
So I've had a really bad experience with a waitress from IHOP once, and I'm not going to get into what she said to me, but it was kind of out of pocket. So due to that, I'm putting it definitely below. It hits a little different.
I was going to put it in I would eat it.
Yeah, I'd eat it. I put it at the top of I'd eat it. Honestly, I like IHOP, but like
I'd rather go to Waffle House.
There was always
foregone conclusion.
There's always arguments between the waiters and like the management at IHOP every single time you go. I swear to God, there's a fight.
Have you ever been to the Waffle House? There's probably people pulling guns in the Waffle House on McFarland.
All-time grapevine is the two Waffle House cooks like fighting behind the counter, and some dude sitting at the bar saying, "Can I get a waffle? Can I please get a waffle?"
Oh god!
And for all you In-N-Out homers, I can tell you In-N-Out's about to get shit on because all of us are like
Ryan likes In-N-Out.
No, I'm not gonna say I'd eat it. And now it actually depends on the state that I'm in, right? So if I'm in Texas, it ain't getting a second thought. But if I'm in California, it's still a burger combo that's $8, and that's literally cheaper than what you can get at McDonald's.
I'd love to try California In-N-Out, but all the Texas ones I've had are just not it.
Is quality wise maybe a tier up. I don't think it's really all that different. It's just like it's very convenient and the price point is very nice living like if you're there in California. I can eat it, I would say is where I'm putting it. I know y'all might put it a tier below.
That's fine. I'm
okay with that.
Yep. We got okay, Jack in the Box, there's got to be something going on. Like, there's got to be something wrong.
I might put it down at Arby's.
Jack out of the crack.
You cannot tell me that there's a Jack in the Box with other fast food options around, and you're like, shit, I could go for like some really mid-ass tacos.
I could go for a Jack in the Box right now.
You know what would hit right now? Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box.
Grip. Now, the commercials, on the other hand, are bussin'. Those are hysterical. The only reason I'd probably go eat it at Jack in the Box.
Bro, our tier list next week should be Super Bowl commercials, like all-time Super Bowl commercials.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just a random thought.
It's a little hard reminding like the listeners, like with all that kind of stuff.
Shut up.
We can talk about it later. We gotta get through this, John.
So we're putting Jack in the Box in Arby's category.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Jersey Mike's is bussin'.
Not even a question.
Jersey Mike's. Jimmy John's is fine.
I'd put it right below bussin', honestly. I really like Jimmy John's.
I think I'd eat it.
It's also up there for if you are cutting and need fast food because you can get an unwich and it's pretty good. And yeah, I literally had Jimmy John's today for lunch. So legitimately had it today.
Ryan, where are you putting it?
This one's really on the border of hits a little different and I'd eat it.
I'm okay with it being at the bottom of the hits a little different category. I'm okay with that.
I can send that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better than any other. Yeah, I agree with that. Jollibee, I've never had it.
So I actually looked this up because Dad and I passed when we were going to buy my car up in Plano. So it's like a chicken place essentially, and it's huge over in Asia.
Interesting.
But have never had it, so we can continue.
KFC. It's a little different, bro. I like KFC.
No shot.
I was gonna
say I would eat it. I was gonna say I would eat it. Like I don't know.
I think it's better than Jimmy John's.
I disagree.
I don't.
All right, we'll put it in the middle of. Okay, is it above Checkers or below Checkers? Okay, whatever. We'll rank them.
That's close together. That's really close together.
All right.
Checkers wins on price for sure.
Little Caesar, something's got to be going wrong with my life. I think Little Caesars is that.
You hate to see it.
Little Caesars is the ass crack of the pizza industry.
Well, I was gonna say I'd put it towards the top of that though, because I've honestly never been that disappointed by Little Caesars. Like it's fine.
This might be controversial to some of our listeners. I'd eat Little Caesars over Papa John's.
Hell, what are you
Not a
on?
chance.
What are you
Not a
on?
That's why you subscribe and listen to the podcast.
You're
That's
dumbass.
a terrible take. That's an awful take.
Is abysmal.
Right, that was one of the worst things I've ever heard.
Fix it up. Papa
You
John's
literally lived in Louisville. How can you hate Papa John's?
I don't. Is Papa John's from Louisville?
Yeah, they sponsor everything at UL.
I never ate it when I was up there.
All right.
But speaking of mid up in the Midwest, Skyline chili is terrible.
Oh,
it's absurdly mid. Absurdly mid.
Talking about ass cracks. How about Long John Silver's?
That's an Arby's tier if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, it's the bottom of everything. At
least Captain D's isn't on this list because we might have to make its own tier if Captain D's was on this list.
Bro, if I'm being like realistic, I actually probably would put Long John Silver's under Arby's, but Arby's has just egregiously offended me more than Long John Silver's is just ass.
What did Arby's do to offend you? Bro, I'm just so curious.
Arby's, I need to compose myself because the first time I ever went to an Arby's, my dad took me and he's like, "Bro, you got to get the beef and cheddar." And I was like, "All right, Dad, I'll get the beef and cheddar." And so we went like a 2 town. Literally, we went like 2 towns over to get this damn Arby's because there isn't one in our hometown. And my dad was like, "Oh, you never had Arby's before? Let's go try it."
Where did you go, in Keller?
It was probably like Grapevine or something. Why are we revealing our? But anyways, so we went. And it was like 8 p.m. There was like 2 workers in the store. Nobody's in the drive-thru. It's like
sounds about right.
It's like a sus a sus Walmart. And we go through the drive-thru, and my dad's like, "Yeah, can we get 2 beef and cheddars?" And I get the beef and cheddar, and I bite into it, and it's like cold as ass. Like it's so cold, and it made like literally after the first bite, I wanted to vomit. I was like, "Dad, this is probably one of the worst things I've ever had in my life." And so he was
tell me how you really feel.
He was like, yeah. He's like, when it's cold, obviously not gonna be good. I'm like, yeah. And so the second time was I was coming back. This was probably just more out of spite than anything because I was coming back from a church mission trip, and typically it was like a 12-hour bus ride from Colorado or something, maybe 16 hours from like Colorado or something. And we were coming back, and I think it was mostly envy. It was ass anyways, but it was mostly envy because other kids were going to like McDonald's, and like I think one bus went to Whataburger and like other things, and then we got Arby's, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?
Are you shitting me right now?"
And so we went to Arby's, and I got like because I didn't like the beef and cheddar, I was like, "All right, I'll try something different, just to like not do one judgment and you're done, right?" So I went into this Arby's, and I was like, "Bro, I'm gonna be pooping myself," and so I ordered like a fried chicken something with their curly fries. And I know that people usually regard Arby's curly fries as like the saving grace. Bro, I had the curly fries and I almost vomited. Like I literally had to go in the bathroom and like dry heave, bro. Like it was
I'm just hearing that you have a weak stomach.
That's the most dramatic thing I've ever heard.
I think you just have a weak stomach.
I thought you said that was the most traumatic thing I've ever heard. I was like, that's what?
All right, we got bust through some of these.
So we got Mickey D's. Mickey D's.
I'd eat it.
Yeah.
Top of I'd eat
it.
Yeah, getting close to it's a little different for
Moe's.
Sure. It's a little different. I like Moe's.
Yeah. I've never had Moe's, but I'll put it. Noodles.
Never had it.
Never had it.
Panda Express, bussin', bro. I love Panda Express.
I would put it towards the bottom of that to the upper tier of Hits a Little Different.
I would put it smack dab in the middle of Hits a Little Different.
I will put it right. We want above or below Five Guys.
Below,
yeah.
Okay, above Bojangles, Ryan?
Below.
You're just a Bojangles, though.
I'll grab a bone and say below on that one.
All right, Panera.
It's so freaking pricey
and overrated.
I think it's good. I like Panera.
I think it's really overrated.
I'd eat it.
Yeah,
put it right below McDonald's.
Their menu gets more and more mid every time I go.
They took away like their Southwestern.
Yeah, they've taken away some good stuff.
And I was very upset. I was irate.
Yeah. We got Papa John's, as Ryan has already expresses. It's
not
Arby's.
Why do you hate Papa John's?
Ass, bro. It's all bread.
Bro, you just gotta get the papadilla, bro.
I think
a grown ass man ordering a papadilla. Ain't no shot.
Robbie, where are you putting it?
I'd eat it. Like it's not my favorite pizza place, but it's fine.
Put it like at the. Okay, we'll put it there.
I'd eat it, please.
PDQ.
Never had it.
Never had it.
Penn
Station can suck my. Arby's.
Never had it.
Penn Station is ass.
Okay. You feel very confident.
It is. It's below all the sandwich shops we've named so far.
Penn Station, we had it for middle school football games, and like it was always the same damn sandwich, and they used like American cheese, but it was the worst American cheese I've ever had. And I already don't like American cheese unless it's like cooked into a burger.
Like the super processed American cheese.
It was
like
oh my god! And
I used to do Mike's for those games, and
they changed to Penn Station, and bro, I almost vomited before every game.
That's a crime,
bro.
That is a crime.
There was a reason I vomited on the field once, dog. It was Penn Station was fucking up my stomach.
You have a weak stomach, Connor. You legitimately.
No, I did back in the day. Yeah. No, back in the day. Yeah.
Okay. He stayed having a weak stomach.
Okay,
your mom has a weak stomach. All right, Pizza Hut.
I kind of like.
Yeah,
I love pizza. I think we all like pizza. I love pizza.
Pizza Hut pretzel crust. It's unbelievably different. Whenever they have the pretzel crust, oh my gosh, it's so good.
A large meat lovers stuffed crust with Pizza Hut.
That sounds really good, actually.
In one sitting.
Bro, I might order that right now.
That's crazy.
All right, we got Popeyes.
Something has to be going on.
The menu. Two good things on the menu.
Something has to be going on. If I'm going to Popeyes,
I agree.
It's either the only thing for miles, or I'm just really down bad.
Bro,
those fries are an insult to potatoes.
We're gonna get hate for that because I know a few of my friends really like Popeyes.
I feel like especially if they didn't have the chicken sandwich, they might be like even below that.
They might be Arby's
without the chicken sandwich. Like, man, I don't know.
I'm locked in with that.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Portillo's,
I've heard is really good. Never been.
I think it's absurdly overrated, and we just pissed off all of Chicago by me saying that.
I've never had it.
I went one time, and our friend was like, "You have to get this like Italian beef sandwich." I'm like, "All right, fine, whatever." And I got it, and it's like literally had no flavor. Like imagine like the most white person you know in Chicago seasoning your food, and that's what it tasted like. Like there was no flavor, no seasoning. Like I mean, it was fine. Like, and I don't get the hype for it. I do have to say they had a chocolate cake shake where they legit just blended up a piece of chocolate cake.
There it is.
That hit. But
I mean, what do you expect? You know?
We've never had it, so we can't even rank it.
Yeah, you can't rank it. But that's my Portillo's rant. Again, we just lost the entire Chicago market by me saying that it's overrated, but that's okay.
I put Potbelly like near the top if I'd eat it.
I've never had it.
Ryan? I like Potbelly.
I can get on board with that.
I mean, it's just I eat it. Yeah, I think I did.
Connor hates Qdoba. Excuse me.
Qdoba can go to hell.
I would put in the I can eat it.
I can't put it. I cannot eat Qdoba.
It's definitely below Moe's and Chipotle.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Where do we have Moe's?
We have Moe's and it's a little different.
I'd lob it I'd eat it. Maybe bottom of I'd eat it.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's down the street from my apartment now, and like it's fine. Like I'll get it, and like it's fine. But I'd rather have Chipotle. I'd rather have Chipotle or Moe's.
Yeah.
Quiznos.
It's a little different. Quiznos is criminally underrated.
Yes, agreed. Fully agreed.
I'm okay with that take.
I will put it there. Roy Rogers, never had Roy.
Never had it.
Ooh. Sbarro, how do you say it?
Sbarro.
I've never had it.
It's all right. I mean, like it's a CC's, so
it's airport pizza. Like it's literally like it's food court pizza is all it is.
I would say top it. Something's got to be going on.
Yeah.
You just like pull up alone. You're like, bro.
I pulled up alone to a CC's once.
That's really Ryan.
Down atrocious.
That's literally
actually, it was kind of bad.
All right, we got Shalatsky's. Fun fact: Ryan won Shalatsky's for a full year, free Shalatsky's,
and it was below mid every time.
Yeah, it's so mid. Shalatsky's is so mid.
Top of everything, something's got to be going on.
Yeah.
Like you winning a free year of Shalatsky's. That's what's got to be going on.
As an absolutely poor high school student, getting a free sandwich every week. This is sick.
Yeah, but then you're eating the same damn thing every day.
Yeah.
They
put so many olives on their sandwich.
That was so nasty.
Nerd.
We got Sheets.
Busting.
I've never had Sheets.
Oh, wait. You skipped
Shake Shack? We already did Shake Shack.
We locked that up there?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Never had Sheets.
I'll quickly say Sheets it's a gas station that's like Wawa, but like worse than Wawa. So like I'd eat it, but like it's mid.
All right, Skyline Chili.
Skyline Chili. Something's got to be going on.
You gotta put it in something's going on because like if you're in Cincinnati, I feel like you have to get it, and the crackers with the hot sauce hit a little bit, but beyond that, it's something's gotta be going on.
Yeah, it's the most Midwestern thing I can think of.
Sonic
It's a little different. I like Sonic.
Bottom of it's a little different.
Yeah. That's what I was just thinking.
Because most of their stuff is so average. Like their burgers are the definition of an average burger.
Popcorn chicken hits the wing or the boneless chicken wings with their sauces is actually really good. I love the loaded tots.
The popcorn sticks. Yes, the mozzarella sticks are very good. And obviously their ice cream and stuff. It's just their burgers and fries are just so average. Yeah,
agreed.
Steak and shake is good.
It's a little different.
It's a little different. They're $4 meals, and then they have like their happy hour shakes. Like, it's a little different for sure.
Subway.
Something's got to be going on.
Nah, don't disrespect Subway like that.
I was gonna say I would eat it. I was in a gas station on the drive back yesterday, and that Subway smelled unreal. Like
Subway's
was like,
good.
I almost got some.
It's not good. It is.
I like Subway.
I like Subway too.
Compensation is about it on this list.
We got Swenson's.
Never had it.
Never had it. All right, we got Taco Bell. Something's got to be going. That's the definition of something has got to be going wrong in my life.
This is one of like 2 restaurants on this list that if I am drunk, Taco Bell is bussing.
I think it's a little different. I like Taco Bell. You can't have a Taco Bell.
If I'm going to Taco Bell sober at like 3 p.m.,
that something's got to be going
on.
You gotta get the quesadilla. The quesadilla is good.
We'll put it near the top of ID Day, just like because
I can get on board with the top of ID Day. I cannot put it in. It's a little different.
Taco Cabana.
Never had it.
I don't remember, so I think I've had it. I just don't remember.
I've had it maybe once. And I have no idea.
I suppose Torchy's is counting as fast food.
Busing. Respectfully.
Nah, Torchy's is ass.
So good. No shot.
I hate Torchy. I actually hate Torchy.
Take.
I've only ever heard good things about Torchy's from Ryan. I've never had it, but he always talks about how good it is.
Well, Ryan put it in Bussin'. I put it in Arby's. No, I wouldn't put it in Arby's.
No shot.
I'd put it in something's got to be going wrong with my life. So we'll put it in hits. We'll put it in hits a little different. I put it in hits a little different.
Okay.
The average art takes that. Waffle House was bussin'. I don't want to hear shit about it.
Respectfully.
There's some Southern homers gone with that take, but that's,
I can guarantee that Ryan and I have never had Wawa.
No, never had Wawa.
Okay.
If you ever tell my girlfriend I said this, I'll deny it, but it's overrated.
She doesn't listen to the pod? What the
No,
hell?
she's going to listen to just this part of the pod. I'm going to get in trouble, but it's okay.
All right, we also got... So... Before we get hate for this, just know that we're right, you're wrong. Wendy's.
That's how this works.
Wendy's is the top of S tier, and I don't want to hear shit about it.
Yo, top of S tier.
Of S tier. I don't know about this. I think it's bussin'.
Wendy's is bussin' undeniably.
I agree.
Yeah.
Wendy, especially with their fried change, bro. It's a wrap.
We're Wendy's homers. We legitimately are Wendy's homers.
All of us are love
15th
Wendy's.
Street is. Again, horrendous, like all restaurants on 15th Street are. I mean, I have never had a good customer service experience at that Wendy's.
Bryce went to Wendy's the other day, and he was like, "You want something?" And I was like, cutting calories. I'm like, "No." I was like, "Oh, so
yes,
yes."
3 months ago, I got 2 4-for-4s. I was in that kind of mood. It was wild.
Something's got to be going on in my life.
Something was going on.
All right, Whataburger's busting. Okay, no. Here's the problem with Whataburger. There's 4 things you can order.
Yep.
So it's a little different because of the lack of menu.
Because of the limited options.
If you go into Whataburger and you order the number one.
If you order a number,
be going on.
That's what I said. That's what I said to like. I was like, if I was ever like on a date with my girlfriend at the time or whatever, and she said like a number at Whataburger, I'd break up with her on the spot. Like I can't have that. Like that's
for all the ladies out there that are interested in Connor Doyle. For your next Whataburger date.
If you're running a tier list right across all burger joints, right, and you're comparing number ones across everything, Whataburger's like bottom of C tier. I mean, it's not a good burger.
Their number one is just so bad. It's just so bad. All right, I think we all aren't fans of White Castle.
Arby's. Put it in Arby's. Put it in Arby's.
I apologize to my extended family up in Louisville that will listen to this, but like,
put it in Arby's right now.
Ryan, do you think it's Arby's?
Can we make a tier of you'll end up on the toilet for the next 24 hours? Because that's where White Castle.
That's a really good idea.
Like hand in hand with White Castle, or is it like a tier up?
I think it's slightly above White Castle, but in a similar tier.
Yeah, I can get on board with that.
We got Wiener Schnitzel. Wiener Schnitzel.
Something's got to be going on.
Something's got to be going on.
I mean, I can't say to another man, "Hey, you want to go get
Wiener Schnitzel?"
I just can't do it.
I just can't do it. We got wings. What is it? Wings over? What does that say?
Never heard of it. No,
never heard of it. I love wings, but
Wingstop.
Something's got to be going on.
Really? I've heard it's good. I've never had it.
Every single time I order Wingstop, they get my order wrong. So and it's always literally like wings and fries, but they always give me like less wings or the wrong sauce every single time.
Damn.
Every single time I order Wingstop, something's wrong. So like Connor with Arby's, I have a personal vendetta against
okay,
Wingstop.
yeah.
Respect that, right? So what do you say? Like something's got to be going on?
That's what he's got to go on.
Yeah,
that's fine. We'll put it at the top.
That's a little aggressive, but
this leads into the next one. I would rather go to Zaxby's for wings over Wingstop.
Oh man,
that's not aggressive.
Oh,
okay.
Good take, yeah.
Zaxby's.
Yeah. Zaxby's hits a little different for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Maybe top love. Top
Zaxby's
love hits a little different.
Nah, you can't. We have Chipotle and Whataburger and Five Guys.
Quintessential, like hits a little different.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there with that.
Over Chipotle, Whataburger, Five Guys, and Robbie Bojangles
in that same tier. 100%.
But you guys were saying the top of that.
Saying the top of that.
I said the middle of that.
Okay, we'll put it at like. All right, so
I think Zaxby's is the definition of hits a little different.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the list, and I'm going to read it out for you guys, just so.
Don't read it out. We're going to be here all day.
There's 50 restaurants on this.
They said that everyone's just going to either tune out the next 30 minutes of you reading these restaurants off, or turn off the podcast.
Turn off the podcast.
Yeah, I would turn off the podcast. So we will put it up on Instagram. You can let us know your thoughts. But yeah, we're not gonna read it to you. You're gonna be falling asleep like whenever you're reading some book in English class.
All right, so bussin' tier. All right,
he's not blogging off.
I got. All right, that was a tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, sorry there were some hot takes. I know I have a personal vendetta against Arby's, and evidently Robbie has a personal vendetta against Wingstop. But
it's not just you though. I've seen a lot of online slander for Arby's, and I just won't stand for it.
Yeah, I can't. I won't either.
Oh, Ryan slander was Papa John's. Ryan,
it's ass. I mean, what do you want?
That is wild.
That's actually nuts.
Hey, Little Caesars, I'm throwing y'all homies a bone.
Nah,
give us a sponsorship.
Yeah, please.
Oh yeah. If you're giving,
I think Wendy's should sponsor us. We are Wendy's.
Dude, yeah, we
are Wendy's.
I would wear some Wendy's merch.
I would.
Wendy's. I know you're gonna listen to this. If you sponsor our podcast, I will stop the cut and only eat Wendy's for an entire month.
Robbie. Oh
Facts.
Man,
they're so chili bangs. Wendy's chili bangs.
Have you guys gotten their like free frosty for a year tag yet?
No.
Bro, you didn't know about this? You didn't know about this? Bro, they have a tag. They
That's crazy.
No, they have a tag that they released like that you can still buy. It's a $2 tag, and if you show it, you can get a free Frosty Junior with every time you buy.
Bro, that 15th Street Wendy's wouldn't even honor it. They'd tell me to go pound sand.
Yeah, they'd say Frosty machine broke.
Every time.
Yeah, I thought y'all knew about. I thought I told y'all about it. No, I have a tag. I have a Frosty tag, so I can get a free Frosty every time I go to Wendy's. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's good for the cut for sure.
Yeah, big time.
All right. Anyone have anything else they need to add? Time to sign off.
People are probably not listeting anymore. Fast forwarded.
Our mothers are still on. Probably.
No.
Hey, shout out Julie.
Yeah. Yeah. On God. All right, we want to
thank you for tuning in to wherever you listen or view your podcast. Signing off from the Pros in the Berg. This is Ryan Doyle with Connor Doyle and Robbie Bergstone. See you next week on the pod.